Are Ethiopians black? It's a question that seems simple, but it's loaded with history and misunderstanding. It pops up everywhere, online, in conversations, in debates about identity. But what does black even mean? Who decides? The question itself exposes how little many understand about Africa's diversity. People want to fit Ethiopians into neat boxes, but identity isn't that simple. Some say yes, others hesitate, pointing to features or culture as if there's a single way to be African. The real issue is the world's tendency to flatten Africa into one story, one look. When people see Ethiopians' diverse features, it doesn't match the stereotype they've been taught. Suddenly, Ethiopians are seen as outliers, as if they don't belong. This confusion is a symptom of a much bigger problem, a failure to grasp Africa's vastness. The world expects one African look, but Ethiopia's story is rooted in the continent's deep diversity. So, let's break down this question. Let's look at the history, the science, and the reality. This isn't about putting people in boxes, it's about breaking them. Identity is complex, personal, and deeply rooted. For Ethiopians, that story is African through and through. The real question isn't, are Ethiopians black? The real question is, why did anyone ever think they weren't? Let's find out. Scroll through TikTok or Instagram, and you'll see the debate. They don't look black. What does black look like? It's a digital battlefield, where strangers dissect identity based on stereotypes. Social media amplifies these arguments, reducing entire communities to physical traits. The root? A narrow, often American-centric view of blackness. Many forget Africa is a continent, not a country, with immense diversity. The debate isn't really about Ethiopians, it's about a limited idea of blackness. For Ethiopians, it's exhausting to have their identity questioned by people who don't know their history. These online arguments have real impact, creating division and perpetuating harmful myths. People are forced to defend their existence, to prove their blackness. This burden is unfair and unnecessary. The truth, blackness isn't a checklist of features, it's a shared history, but also a spectrum of experiences and appearances. The online noise misses the point. Ethiopians are part of Africa's story. Their diversity is not an exception, it's the rule. The debate says more about global ignorance than about Ethiopians themselves. It's time to move beyond stereotypes. Let's see the real picture. There is no single African look. Say it again. There is no single African look. Africa is a continent of over 1 billion people, thousands of ethnic groups, and countless languages. Expecting everyone to look the same is absurd. The continent's environments are wildly varied, shaping people's features over millennia. The myth of a single African look comes from the transatlantic slave trade, which shaped Western ideas of blackness around West and Central African features. This erased the diversity of the Horn, the Nile Valley, and beyond. When people see Ethiopians and think they look different, they're actually seeing Africa's true diversity. The surprise is a sign we've been taught a lie. It's time to unlearn it. The African look is the Mercy woman, the Tuareg man, the San hunter, the Amhara priest, all of it. Diversity is Africa's reality. Ethiopians are a living example of that. That's the real story. Let's talk science. Africa is the most genetically diverse continent on Earth. Modern humans first emerged here, and all global diversity traces back to Africa. Two people from different African villages can be more genetically different than people from different continents. The idea of a single African look is scientifically impossible. Ethiopia, in the Horn of Africa, is a cradle of humanity, home to ancient fossils like Lucy. It's been a crossroads for migration for millennia, creating a unique genetic landscape. Ethiopians show a wide range of appearances, from dark to lighter skin, varied hair, and facial features. This isn't evidence of being less African, it's proof of deep, indigenous diversity. Ethiopia's diversity is the essence of Africa's story. The features you see are a direct link to humanity's origins. Diversity isn't the exception, it's the foundation. Ethiopians are not outliers, they're central to Africa's genetic tapestry. That's what makes them so distinctly, deeply African. Let's be clear. Ethiopians are black. They are indigenous Africans with ancient roots. Their history, culture, and genetics are African. The idea that Ethiopians aren't black comes from colonial myths, not reality. Colonial race science tried to divide Africans, inventing theories like the Hamitic hypothesis to deny black achievement. These lies still echo today when people question Ethiopian identity. Saying you don't look black repeats a racist myth meant to erase history. Challenging this isn't just correcting a mistake, it's fighting a legacy of oppression. The answer is simple: Ethiopians are black. Their identity is not up for debate. It's a fact, grounded in geography, history, and genetics. Denying this is accepting a colonial worldview. Ethiopian features aren't a sign of being other. They're a beautiful expression of black and African diversity. To see an Ethiopian is to see Africa's richness. That's the truth. Black isn't just a color, it's a political and social identity shaped by history and solidarity. It connects people of African descent worldwide, but its meaning shifts by place and context. In the US, the one-drop rule created a unified black identity. Elsewhere, the lines are different. Being black in Brazil, the UK, Nigeria, or Ethiopia means different things. For Ethiopians, identity is layered: national, ethnic, and African. Ethiopia's unique history, never fully colonized, shapes how blackness is experienced. Some Ethiopians may emphasize their national or ethnic identity, but that doesn't make them less black. Blackness is not a monolith. It's a vast, varied experience. Ethiopian blackness is expressed through their own lens, rooted in their history. Understanding this nuance is key. Diversity within blackness is strength, not division. The label black is a coalition of stories. Ethiopians are part of that coalition, with their own unique voice. Ethiopia is a mosaic. Over 80 ethnic groups, each with its own language, culture, and look. The Omo Valley, the Highlands, the Lowlands, each region tells a different story. There's no single Ethiopian look, just as there's no single African look. The diversity within Ethiopia is the final proof. Variation is the point. Geography, history, and migration shape these features over millennia. Ethiopians aren't mixed or exceptions. They're a testament to Africa's ancient diversity. Their features